Before beginning the questions for chapters 3 and 4 of the Watsons Go to Birmingham 1963, please begin by putting your name, first and last, and your homeroom at the top of your paper. The directions say, answer the following questions in complete sentences as you read the sections of the Watsons Go to Birmingham 1963 indicated above. Answers not written in complete sentences will not receive full credit. Questions for Chapter 3, The World's Greatest Dinosaur War Ever, are on pages 22 to 31 of the digital book. Question 1. On the playground, Rufus and Kenny have an interesting conversation about a squirrel. What does Rufus say to Kenny that is so surprising, and what might it mean about how much money Rufus's family has? As you can see from the color coding, this question has two parts. The first part asks what it is that Rufus said to Kenny that was surprising, and the second part asks what that might mean about how much money Rufus's family has. I've given you two sentence starters to help you answer both parts of that question. Question 2. Why did Rufus save half of the sandwich Kenny gave him for later? The answer to this is directly in the text. You need to read the text in order to answer this question. I've given you a sentence starter to use if you need it. Question 3. On the bus, when Larry Dunn makes fun of Rufus's clothes, Kenny joins in the laughter. Why did Kenny do this? On page 29 of the digital book, Kenny gives several reasons that he might have laughed at Rufus. Which reason do you think is the real reason? Once you've determined what you believe the real reason to be, you will be able to answer this question. Chapter 4 questions. Froze Up Southern Folks. Pages 32 to 42 in the digital book. Question 4. Infer why Byron told Kenny and Joetta the story about the garbage truck that picked up frozen bodies. Was he trying to be mean? Explain your reasoning. As you can see from the color coding, this question has two parts. First, you must figure out why Byron told Kenny and Joetta that story, and then determine whether or not he was trying to be mean and explain your reasoning. I've given you two sentence starters. For the first part of the question, you might begin by saying, Byron told the story about the garbage truck because, and then explain why you believe Byron told the story about the garbage truck. For the second part of the question, you might write, I do not think Byron was trying to be mean because, or I do think Byron was trying to be mean because. Please make sure that you don't write both do and don't. Please be sure to choose just one and explain why. Question 5. Why does Kenny pretend to lose a pair of gloves? Question 6. Infer why Larry Dunn might have stolen Kenny's gloves, other than because he's a bully. What textual evidence is there for your reasoning? So first, you need to decide why Larry would have stolen Kenny's gloves, and then use textual evidence or proof from the story to prove that your answer is correct. So not only must you explain why Larry stole Kenny's gloves, but you must also explain why you think this.